Although the news constantly changes, it is still the continuous thread through Australian television's past 35 years. Every channel, every night has featured their news. And while some things have remained unchanged, such as the quest for accuracy, over 35 years, some things are definitely different, like the speed with which we can now bring stories to you. That's because the demand for instant information has pushed technology from valves to microchips. The coaxial cable was laid between Sydney and Melbourne. At last, the cities were linked, and we thought we were as modern as tomorrow. Now, we can bring the news to you with the speed of light. Satellites have made literally the world of difference to the news. Not only have they influenced how quickly stories come to you, but also enabled us to bring them in from all parts of the world. Maybe you've forgotten how we used to see world events.
1st Battalion has gone through 3 commanders in 6 months, wounded in battle or relieved of command. Major Robert Thompson took over 17 days ago.
We've almost completely negated any close artillery or mortar support, and to push the troops on down without the support would be very difficult.
Now that was our early version of satellite reporting, and it was satellited from Vietnam to America. Then they transferred the material to film, packed it up, and flew it out to Australia. You got the news all right a week later. But look at these more recent stories, delivered under extreme pressure.
This was Christmas Day in Romania. There were skirmishes right across the country. No matter where you drove, there was the threat of being caught in the gun battles between soldiers and President Ceausescu's routed security forces.
Security force snipers have been staging a last defiant stand. Just an hour ago, 2 of them were spotted in this apartment building behind me. The army has been called in, and for that hour they've been pouring in the machine gun fire and even throwing in grenades. These tanks have just provided an escort for about 30 troop trucks which have come into Tiananmen Square from the east of the city. Their cannon are covered with cloth, but as usual there's been sporadic machine gun fire.
Only one brave protester dared resist the tanks, incredibly clambering aboard and remonstrating with the crew of the lead tank.
And that report made it to our screens within 24 hours. So what could we have left? What could television news do next to amaze and to some extent terrify us? It had Operation Desert Storm, the war you could watch live from your lounge room.
The air raid sirens are just now going off here near these U.S. bases in Saudi Arabia. We've sent the entire camera crews inside right now. We're being told to get off this platform and get inside into the air raid shelter immediately. But right now, everyone's been training for this, and it looks like we may have to.
All right, Charles Jaco, that doesn't mean that he is in any imminent danger, of course.
But even with the latest technology, bringing back the news is never easy, and that's especially true within Australia. The harsh nature of the country itself has provided some unforgettable stories, along with those of man's making. But what I always remember most is not just the events, not just the bravery of the survivors, but the overriding spirit within the stories, the strength, the courage that is Australia. Of course, in the next 35 years, the news-gathering technology will change, but still the basics will remain, bringing you the news quickly and accurately, the way it is.
Midnight at the Oasis.
By first light on Christmas Day, Darwin looked like Hiroshima after the atom bomb.
The 300 inmates went on a rampage, burning and destroying everything in sight.
Traces of romance in our head.
The best is au revoir. We'll see you again.
Girls on the avenue, they're trying to get you in, strolling by with a rosebud smile.
Well, may we say, God save the Queen. Because nothing will save the Governor-General.
Coming up, Mike Willesee presents Current Affairs.
When you need to know, more Australians rely on National 9 news and current affairs.
What is your interest in Fairfax?
From every angle, from every corner of the world. Our commitment to news is greater than any other Australian network.
It's more than an environmental catastrophe.
Our ability to give you the complete news picture is unequalled. For 35 years, the Nine Network has proudly brought Sydney the best. We take news and current affairs seriously. You can see it in our faces.